Hey everyone, Danger Zone here. I haven't seen this kind of thing before. When I changed the name of the channel to Danger Zone, I got an email from somebody who watches, and he said, listen, how can you call yourself Danger Zone if you guys never knock down towers? And I wasn't quite sure how that related, because, I don't think the towers is particularly dangerous. And I said to him, I'll be honest. First of all, they're knocking down towers on all the other channels, but maybe that's what people like, I'll give you that. But also, I live in Brooklyn, New York. I was here when 9/11 happened. Yeah, I'm that old. I realize there are a bunch of you people out there who weren't even born when the Twin Towers were knocked down. But, there's something about knocking down towers that I'm just not all that comfortable with. And I think you can understand that. However, he said, look, I have a restaurant out at the marina. And before you all start thinking, hey, how could there be a marina? Didn't he say he lives in Brooklyn? It's like, yes, I live in Brooklyn, New York. But I'm within 5 minutes of one marina and 15 minutes of another. I mean, if you don't believe me, look it up. Okay, just type in Brooklyn, New York, marina. He said, listen, I have a restaurant out here. And I have a coin pusher in my basement, haven't used it in years. But here's the deal. I'll set up towers for you if you come over and knock them down. And I said, okay, but basically, more politely, but I said, what's in it for me? And he says, well, I'll throw some chips in there that'll let you win. And I said, okay, that sounds now I want to know what's in it for you. And he had this interesting idea. Rather than a buy-in, what he said to me was, tell you what, as usual, we'll count up everything of value you knock off. But if you can't also knock down all 3 towers in, say, this amount of quarters, then instead of me paying you what you won, you have to pay me. So I have to go ahead here and try and knock down as much of stuff as I can, just like any other game. But if I don't knock down the towers, I have to write him a check. So talk about danger zone. This is a real danger zone for my wallet. But since you guys are all worth it, and because, I don't always make the smartest decisions, there's something about this game that I think, lowers my intelligence a bit. So a quick rundown of the field here. There's $50 chips on the left tower. There's a pile of $100 chips in the middle. And the ones on this one, $500. Now I have to keep in mind, what if I don't knock down the towers? Well, then it goes from a win to a big loss. Now in the back you can see there's a bunch of mystery bags. He won't tell me what's in them, but it doesn't matter. Although I get to open any one that I choose. And I said, well, what if I don't knock down the towers and I don't want to open the bags? He said, are you really that cheap? And I said, yes. And he said, fine. If you don't knock down the towers, you don't have to open the bags. I said, good. So now here I am in his marina with his old style coin pusher. I don't even know what brand it is. And I said, how much time do I have? And he said, you have until you run out of quarters. And that seemed fair. So here I am giving it a shot with what could be a lot of my own money on the line. Here we go. It's just me today, by the way. Britt has the day off, you know, because she's a slacker. And she doesn't work 24 hours a day, 7 days a week like I do. But, no, I'm kidding. She works very hard, and she puts in a lot of extra hours that aren't part of her salary, and I don't know what we do without her. So, all I can say is, here we go. Oh, hey, could you turn on the machine? I mean, come on, it's a little unfair. Oh, no, okay, never mind. Hold on. It wasn't plugged in. Yeah, if it wasn't plugged in, what's keeping the lights on? Okay, here we go. I gotta say, I don't... if you're thinking, hey, does a marina mean you can get on a boat and go fishing? It does. I mean, there are these big crowded party boats, but I would just as soon not. I'd love to have a boat of my own, but my wife gets horribly seasick, and she's terrified of me getting in a small boat and getting in some sort of a accident, or the weather gets bad or something. So, as I'm sure a lot of you married men will be able to tell me, when you're married, you don't always get to do everything you want to do. Now, for example, my wife won't let me get chickens. Now, we do have a small backyard. We could have a chicken coop, but my wife won't let me have chickens. And she said, and I was going, why? We can have fresh eggs every morning. And she said, John, because I know what had happened. You'd be really happy we had chickens, and I'd spend all my time cleaning up after chickens. And I got better things to do. And, yeah. I suppose there's things she doesn't get to do because of me. I'm not much for traveling, for instance. She'd love to, like, you know, get on planes and travel the world and stuff like that. And it's like, nah, it's just not my thing. You know, everybody says, geez, I want to see this place, or I want to see this place. Oh, okay, the towers are moving. That's a good sign. Okay. I'm going to keep hitting the right side. Or I don't know, maybe the left side, because that's where the towers didn't move. I gotta tell you, it looks a lot easier to knock down these towers when you watch it on TV, or on YouTube, or Facebook, or wherever you're watching it, than it is in real life. I mean, this whole game is harder in real life. I think the people who do this online, like me, like Josh Bartley, like J. Will Coin Pusher, the people who, you know, go to the effort of entertaining you guys by risking our own money. And let me tell you, my channel is not yet monetized. Oops. So, what you're watching me put in is indeed my own money. And it's not like I have 10,000 viewers or 100,000 viewers, so I can monetize this thing yet. So, you know, basically, I'm going to do what everybody else does. First, I'm going to imitate the successful people, like Josh and J. Will. And, then I'm going to do my own thing. And, almost everything they do, you know, he really didn't put many quarters on the backfield. I'm not getting many quarters back yet either. I don't know if he... I don't know. Sometimes I'm too trusting of strangers. Right. Maybe he just wants to rip me off. Who knows? Sorry. You're not trying to rip me off, and you have a great restaurant here. But if you want to find the restaurant, there are marinas in Brooklyn, but there aren't all that many marinas. But as I keep telling you, in New York City, coin pushers are illegal, so they kind of prefer to keep it under wraps. You have to have one, okay? Well, so far, I've got like 4 quarters back, if that, and nothing else. But hey, maybe that's not so bad. I mean, just think. If I don't get anything off, and it all seems to be up on the towers, if I don't get anything off, then win or lose, I don't owe anybody anything. So I'm kind of wondering why am I trying to knock these towers down? Well, he's right. A lot of people just love to see the towers come down, and you know, to be honest, so do I. But I am going to have a little chat with him about why there were so few quarters in the backfield to start that I basically had to spend a whole cup just loading it up. Okay. Huh. Well, that was probably just some... Yeah, well, I definitely did some quarters. I can see that nothing came down. Okay, let's see if I got any quarters back. Yeah, I still have another cup after this, but this is all I got back. Down, okay. Oh, and I got this. It's a construction chip. It's not worth anything. Okay. I really have to start doing live shows so I can ask you guys what I'm supposed to do. I see. See, I thought, oh, it'll be easy. I'll just knock off the tower in the center. It's mostly quarters. If you can see, yeah. And then I'll have plenty of quarters for the rest of the game. But no, it's not knocking off. You know, gosh, this game can be frustrating sometimes. Okay, that's that. And how many quarters did I get this time? Still from the first cup? 4. 4 quarters. Well, not doing me any good out here, so... Hey, that bag finally came down. I wonder why... What was in that bag that's different from the other bags? Let's just wait a minute and see what happens. Some quarters are stuck in the back. I'll bug him about that. Oh, they came down. And some more quarters came down. Two more quarters. Okay. More. Maybe I'm being... Oh, 4. I got 4 quarters. You know, maybe it's just my own feeling until I have no quarters, which is now. I don't like to move on to the second cup. Okay, I mean, I want to just keep playing with the first cup and see what I can get. The towers are not moving at all. Well, they move every once in a while, so I'm pretty certain he didn't glue them in place. Well, at least I got some quarters back. That'll help. Okay guys, give me a sec. I'm going to talk to him about loosening up those quarters that are plugging his chute. Okay, we're back. He's loosened up the quarters. That's the important thing.